Hey fam, Kelvin just here, and welcome back to Africarized, where we reclaim, restore, and re-educate the story of Africa. Now I want you to close your eyes for a second and imagine a map of Africa, but not with the one you learned in school. No artificial borders, no dark continent labels, just powerful kingdoms, trade routes, and civilizations that shaped the world. So today we are diving into a question so important. It's a criminal we were not taught this in school. What did Africa look like before colonization? Forget the myths, forget the stereotypes. We are going back to a time when Africa was not just surviving, it was thriving. Let's go. Let us set the scene. It is the 15th century. Europe is still recovering from Black Death. Meanwhile, across the Sahara, empires like Mali and Songhai are controlling the gold, knowledge, and trade on a global scale. Africa was not a collection of tribes waiting to be civilized. It was a continent of diverse, sophisticated political systems, from vast empires to democratic councils, city-states to federations. And get this, over 10,000 distinct policies existed in Africa before European colonization. That is more than most continents combined. From the Ashanti Empire in West Africa to the Kingdom of Congo, Central Africa, from the Zulu Kingdom in the south to the whole of Africa's powerful city-states like Zela and Mogadishu, Africa was ruling itself and doing it well. Let's talk about heavyweights. First up, Mansa Musa. You've probably heard of the man who gave away so much gold in Cairo during the Hajj in 1824. He crushed the economy for years. But Mansa Musa was not just rich, vision. Under his rule, the empire became a center of learning. Timbuktu was not a myth, it was a home to the Sankore University, where scholars studied astronomy, medicine, and law. Libraries held thousands of manuscripts, many of which still exist today, hidden in private homes across Mali. Then there is Great Zimbabwe, tall city built without mortar, standing 30 feet tall, constructed by the ancestors of the Shona people. It was the heart of a wealthy trading empire connecting Africa and Arabia, India, and even China. Gold, ivory, and flowed through its gates. And let's not forget Aksum, the modern-day Ethiopia. This was one of the first empires to adopt Christianity. Even before many parts of Europe, they minted their own coins, built towering obelisks, and controlled trade between the Roman Empire and India. These were not tribes, global powers. How did these societies actually? Well, governance in pre-colonial Africa was not one size fits all. In West Africa, empires like Mali and Songhai had centralized rule, kings advised by councils of elders and military leaders. But in places like the Igbo people of Nigeria, power was decentralized. No kings, just a system of councils, assemblies, and consensus-based decision-making. Some scholars call it one of the earliest forms of direct democracy. The Ashanti had a sophisticated bureaucracy with ministers, regional governors, and even a Supreme Court. The golden stool was not just a throne, it was a symbol of national unity and spiritual authority. And in East Africa, Swahili city-states like Kilwa and Mombasa were cosmopolitan hubs, ruled by sultans but powered by merchants, scholars, and sailors from Africa, Asia, and beyond. Women, they were not sidelined. In Kingdom of 𝒂𝒑, the Agoji, the legend all-female warrior unit, protected the king and shaped the military policy. In Ethiopia, Empress Zewditu ruled the 20th century, but female leadership has deep roots across the continent. Africa was not isolated, it was connected. Trans-Saharan trade routes carried gold, salt, and ideas between West Africa and the Mediterranean. The Swahili coast linked Africa to the Indian Ocean world, with ships sailing as far as China. Africans were innovators. Iron smelting in Central Africa dates back over 2,500 years. The Nok culture in Nigeria was sculpting lifelike terracotta and centuries before Europe's Renaissance. And let's talk about writing systems. Because yes, Africa had them. The Ge'ez script in Ethiopia, Ajami, where Arabic script was used to write African languages like Hausa and Swahili. And in West Africa, indigenous scripts like Vai and TBD were used for record keeping and communication. Culture, rich, diverse, spiritual, oral traditions preserved history, law, and philosophy through griots, the keepers of memory. Music, dance, and storytelling were not just they were education. So what happened? In just 20 years, between 1880 and 1904, European powers met in Berlin and drew lines across Africa like it was a game. No African leaders were invited, nor for existing nations. Kingdoms were dismantled, trade routes disrupted, traditional systems replaced with foreign. The goal, exploitation, resources extracted, people divided. And the rest of our history was erased. We were told that Africa had no history before Europeans arrived, that our ancestors were primitive. But today, we are reclaiming that truth, because knowing how we were before colonization is not just about pride. It is about understanding that self-governance, innovation, and unity are not foreign to us. They are in our DNA. So, the next time one says Africa has no history, you hit them with the facts. From the universities of Timbuktu to the stone towers of Zimbabwe, from the wealth of Mali to the wisdom of the griots, Africa was not just surviving, we were leading. If you found this video powerful, smash that like button, subscribe to Africarized, and share this with someone who needs to know the truth. Drop a comment below. Which African empires blows your mind the most? Let us start a conversation. I am 𝒂𝒊𝒔, and remember, our past is not lost. It is waiting to be remembered. Peace and Africarize the truth.